Hey guys, what's going on? Hopefully you caught the interview that I did with Jeff Williams from Raging Bull last night. It went really well. It was about an hour long, so I thought what I'd do is a quick summary of what I learned from Jeff last night and also kind of give you an update on the trades that he took over the last day because they hadn't, it was a late night session last night and the trades only came into fruition over the course of this morning. So what he does is basically in Atomic Trades, which is this program. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can basically buy it for something like $127 a quarter, which is really good. This is Jeff right here. I'll also leave a link to the full interview with Jeff. He's basically a master at penny stock trading, penny stock swing trading, and what he's doing right now is turning a small account of $2,000 into $10,000 as quickly as possible. It could take a few months. Currently, he's around $5,000, so about 140% growth, 150% growth at the moment on that account, which is really good. So, like I said, you can watch the full interview at the link below. But I think going through what the like his track record actually is in detail, which we did a little bit on the interview last night, but also to go through the actual trade that went, that he alerted yesterday afternoon before the interview, and then see how they're doing today after the interview, I think can be very helpful as a snapshot at least of what to expect from Atomic Trades. And so, if you're looking to start trading penny stocks, I think this guy is the real deal. I've known him, or at least known of him, for probably about 5 years now, and I've followed a lot of his stuff. He's really well known as a teacher and educator, and I think that really shows in how he runs his service. So you can see I've logged into the Raging Bull dashboard right here, and I'm looking at the Atomic Trades thing. We can just see the high value target watch list. This is where he puts his alerts. Essentially, you can get them via the app or via email. There's a trading journal, and this is something that's really become more prolific for Raging Bull, is they've tended to put their results more clearly in trading journals. So I thought what we could do is quickly start there, and then I'll show you the trades that he was talking about last night before my interview with him, and then how they're working out today. So let's get started on that. So this is from TraderSync, so it's basically pulled in from his brokerage account. As he pointed out last night, he has a 75% win rate, which is pretty good, especially given that he cuts his losses very quickly in terms of percentages. So typically like 29%, 15%. You're not going to see any like 100% losses or 200 like huge losses. These are all the trades that he's basically done. It's 38 trades so far for the small account challenge from the $2,000 starting capital. And so you can see like 2.9%, 9%, 3.9%, like all these different trades. 11%, 14%. So I'm pointing out his losses first, and I did that last night in the interview as well because I think a lot of people get worried about small account challenges and just showing winners and no losers whatsoever. So I wanted to point those out first. But you can see he goes on big green streaks where he has like 34% winners, 10% winners, 33% winners. And goes, there's long green streaks as well, obviously. Otherwise, he wouldn't be net positive the way that he is. And so this hasn't even taken into account the fact that he needed to update the trades from yesterday. So if you go to the Atomic Trades watch list yesterday, this is the email that he sends out. So he gives, first of all, it's really concise, but also has enough detail in it as well. So you can see he said the positioned update, he sold Uber puts for 20%, an bought seal for a possible runner. Current positions, these are the current positions. He started to update those inside the here, so Mara is one, I think, inside his log. So here are the stock ideas from yesterday. So Ara and Fifi. So he gives a brief reasoning why. He also talks about this in the last hour of the day. So this is really something that he spends about an hour chatting about and taking the trade every day for a swing trade, usually overnight, but it can be a couple of days as well. Looks like he's probably closed out one of these, but holding the other one, so we'll see. So this one was ARAV. It's a great example of consolidation into a breakout play. I really love the potential of this over the 0.17 area. Stop here, so he gives the stop entry of stop loss of 0.14, and also says that there's a target to 0.48 even, which is pretty amazing. And then for the FFIE is a 40% short float, uses FinViz, uses technical analysis on all of these. So for closing for the day, he bought Arab 0.17, target sell of 0.2. So a few percent gain, right? So what would that be like 5% or 10%? Well, 10% would be 1. So actually it's more like 15% gain. So what I thought I'd do this morning is pull up the chart of ARAV and then have a look and see how that did. And what's pretty impressive is if we zoom in right here, this was the final hour that he was buying, so he basically looked to buy below 0.2, I think it was. Let's see. So here's 0.2 right here. Let's just go back to check. So he wanted to buy around 0.17 and sell at 0.2. So if we go to, just move this line down. So down here. So he actually got in this last hour around this area and was up a lot by the time it already hit its target the same day. But then look what happened today, this morning. It rallied all the way up to 0.28, which is a 65% winner up to here. Now, for full transparency, you saw when I loaded the chart here that of course we had this massive sell-off with the market. But if you're following the rules, of course you're taking profit here or up here somewhere. You're not waiting for this big drop. The other one that he looked at was FFIE. It's been a massive winner as well. So if we look at the FFIE, so he said I would look for a possible entry around 1.2. So we go back to here, just drawing the 1.2 entry here. And so we see a similar story, a massive move up all the way up to 1.5, which is a 50% move, right? Almost. So both of those penny stock ideas overnight worked really, really well. Now I'm not saying that this is a reason to buy Atomic Trades, but given that and his spreadsheets that he shared with us in the system, his transparency and how open he is about everything, and his results. So I've watched this guy grow accounts, about 5 to 10 different small accounts over the years, from $2,000 or $3,000 to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 plus. So he has a proven track record, from my experience, of doing this. So this is something I definitely consider doing. If you want to do it, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can come to this page, which is the official landing page. This is where he's talking about how he's going to try to turn the 2,000 into 10,000. So far he's around halfway there, or at least 5,000, which isn't quite halfway, but about $5,000. Now you don't have to wait in order to get in, because he's teaching you these trades and you can trade them with whatever money you want, right? This is just a way to say, hey, you can go from small amounts to large amounts, or larger amounts of money, and you can do it in a way that doesn't involve options, so you avoid time decay. He does some options, but a lot of them are just penny stocks. And also that you can do it without having to worry about the pattern day trade rule as well. So these are some of his home runs that they always highlight on these pages. I talked about this again last night in the interview. Highly recommend watching the full interview. I think definitely some insights from Jeff there. You get access to his war room, which is this live scanner that runs all day, but also it's where his trade alerts gets posted. And then there's basically email watch lists. You get them every morning. I can show you a couple of them here, just in the dashboard. So for example, the war room, he just bought these. He just bought 4,000 shares of this for Atomic Trades. For these, the emails that come out, basically scroll down here, I'll show you some of them. This was the one here that I showed you. So here's like the more extensive morning email lists, so the different options, and then what he's actually doing. And so you can go back and check this, for example, that on this particular date, which was 2 days ago. He bought the Uber October 2745, puts around the 140s. So, very simple service. The best thing about this service, well, there's two best things. The first one is the performance is amazing. Superb, really superb performance. I'm excited about how good it is. The second best thing is the price. So if you click on the Join Now button in the link in the description below, you come to the price, and this is currently selling for $347 for the year, or if you just want to try it out for the quarterly, just $127 for the quarterly. But it gets better. So if you go down to the bottom here, now hopefully this will still work. Now if you're watching this basically soon after the video is published, this may work for you. Let's give it a try. So I got a coupon code from Raging Bull, like just for you guys to try out, because this is such a good service. I think it's worth it. So I think this coupon code is something that you might want to try. It's a 10 off, so the number 10 and then off. And the reason I'm taking my time here is I'm just double checking that this is still something that might work. So actually it's 10 off as in TEN, so the word 10. So let's do that, TEN. So if we hit apply, we hopefully will see that 127 drop further. And it does, to 114. So the coupon code is 10 off. And I'll put that in the description below too. Now, I can't guarantee this will still work. And it may not work for other Raging Bull products, although it might. It's worth trying. And so definitely give this a shot. I think if this is something where you only have $1,000 or $5,000 or something like that, and you want to try these overnight swing trades with Jeff Williams, I don't think you'll find a much better program, to be honest. I haven't, after years of looking this style of trading, Jeff is one of the best at it. So hopefully that's helpful. Make sure you watch my full interview with Jeff. Everything will be linked in the description below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.